Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Oaklawn Hometown School District 123 Community Update for today, February 27th. My name is Paul Enderle. I'm the very proud superintendent here in School District 123, checking in for a community update to provide some information to those connected to District 123 for the month of February and moving forward as we enter into trimester 3 Monday into the month of March. As many of you know, today is the last day of trimester 2. We have successfully completed 2/3 of our academic school year, and we're looking forward to a great third trimester and finishing the school year strong. Just jumping in to some of our updates for moving forward. We want to just highlight some of the things. Here in District 123, we have a 100% goal. And what 100% all in means that we are at 100% all in everything we do. We move forward, we accept the challenges as they come, and we do everything, all of our decision making in regards to our students. And this picture shows our brand new climbing wall over at Hometown Elementary School. Our Hometown Elementary School physical education teachers applied for a mini grant to our amazing District 123 Ed Foundation for a climbing wall. They also partnered with some local community organizations to assemble grant money, and now we have a climbing wall over at Hometown Elementary School that our students in grades kindergarten through 5th grade are able to utilize every day during their physical education period. So this is a great example of that 100% all-in attitude relative to some of these amazing movement opportunities we're providing for our students over here at Hometown Elementary School. So thanks to the innovation of our hometown staff, along with the work and the advocacy of our District 123 Ed Foundation, and making dreams like this come true for our schools and our students. Another great example of engagement over at Sword Elementary School. Last month, we hosted an excellent day at Sword highlighting their parent volunteer program that is made possible by a partnership with the Arab American Family Services Organization. We had a chance to invite families, that organization in, along with some local politicians, and hear a little bit of the stories of how that organization has worked to develop parent volunteerism at Sword School that has also caused us to learn more about some of the skill sets of our families and actually hire some of our parents in the community at Sword Elementary School. So a great example of community engagement, a great example of connecting more deeply with our parents and our families, and again, with the outcome of our kids and our people in mind. So great job, great example of community engagement over at Sword Elementary School. And finally, the last 100% all-in imagery we want to share with you today is last month we promoted our District 123 Forward publication. Forward is a way that we connect with all of our former alumni, all of the students that have went through District 123 and are now older, and they're doing amazing things in the community. This is our objective. Our objective is our student success. So we have been very intentional over the past years of tracking students who are graduates of District 123 and seeing what they do. We put out the District 123 Forward twice a year, typically once in the summer or fall and once in the wintertime. You can go on our website under D123 Forward to take a look and capture the memorialization of all the great things that our District 123 alumni are accomplishing. So if you haven't had a chance, please check out the latest edition. And again, highlighting these outcomes that we look to foster every day with our students here in District 123. As I stated earlier, we have a 100% goal in District 123. We expect 100% of our students to meet and exceed their growth targets in reading and mathematics every day. And we've designed an entire system to ensure that happens. That system really starts with our mission and our vision and our portrait of a graduate. We're going to talk a little more about that today. That then bleeds into our strategic plan that was just recently adopted last year. We have a strategic plan that really carries us into the year 2030 in District 123 that's predicated on not only a strong mission and vision, but also 5 key goals that we look to operationalize every day in our school system. Those goals are operationalized because at each school, our administrators work with staff to implement school improvement plans, 90-day cycles where they look at the strengths and the weaknesses we're identifying, and they actually develop action plans to ensure that the goals of the strategic plan are coming alive and they're working to foster continuous improvement in our schools. And we hope that by doing that, by doing these larger scale designs, that we develop the people, we develop the culture, and we develop the daily habits to advance success within our schools. So it's all aligned. And as I stated, we have this mission and vision, but we also have this portrait of a graduate. We have a vision of the things we inspire our students to become. We want them to become confident learners in everything we do. We're trying to instill confidence in each of our students to make sure that they're prepared, that they have the self-efficacy to step forward, the resiliency to accept challenges, and also the curiosity to try different things. We want our kids to be flexible thinkers. We know that we're really trying to mold kids for a future that's uncertain. So we want them to be open-minded. We want them to be adaptable. We want them to be creative, but also to be able to make good informed decisions and problem solve around very complex things. We understand and know that the future will require our students to be good teammates, to work as productive teammates with those that they work together with. So things like being able to effectively communicate, to collaborate, to work together and be active participants, and to maintain a positive disposition is very important. And finally, we want our students to all be inclusive community members, like District 123 is. We welcome everyone in our community. Our school offices are welcoming our families, our community, our staff, our students every day. We want to make sure that our students have a respect for diversity, equity, fairness, and they understand the value of staying connected to the communities they belong. These are big ideas that we try to infuse every day in the students that we lead, so that as they leave us, they are well prepared for the future. Not just doing well in reading, writing, and mathematics, because that is predominantly part of what our 100% goal is, but also that we're preparing today's learners for tomorrow's world, predicated on these 4 portrait of a graduate attributes. That being said, coming back to our 100% all-in and some of the academic components, I do want to talk a little bit about the winter NWEA MAP administration. We saw a tremendous accomplishment this winter in our students. We saw record growth and proficiency numbers at each of our schools, at each of our grade levels. We are really working forward to strengthening the things that we do well, but also trying to shore up gaps we see in our data. Our schools are being responsive in their approach to next steps to make sure that we're targeting areas where we see limitations or we see a need to accelerate growth. We're very proud to say that this winter, about 2/3 of our students already met their reading target. You know, that's almost 70% of our kids are there. We're growing in that ability, and students meeting their mathematics benchmark doubled from what we saw last winter at the same time. So the train is on the right tracks. We're moving forward in the right direction. We just have to keep maintaining momentum and moving forward, especially now as we enter into the spring season. And we really, as of Monday, we have 59 days to continue to foster high growth in our students, and we're going to work using every one of those days to maximize instruction and to ensure our students are getting the best before they leave us for the summertime. One of the ways our community can help us is by being engaged in providing us feedback. We leverage feedback not only from the MAP test, not only from the assessments that we give students every day in school, but also from a very important feedback instrument called the Illinois 5 Essential Survey. And we are in the middle of that open window right now. The 5 Essential Survey is a survey that just basically measures the 5 essential things that public schools need to foster continuous improvement. And that survey is administered to students in grades 4 through 8, any family member, any parent in District 123, as well as any staff member. And we look at these results every summer, and those results help us create plans for the future. And we've been doing this now for a number of years, and we've seen some positive results because of it. In order for us to gain that data, we need to hit certain participation thresholds. We need to have over 50% of our students and staff engaged in this process, and parents out there, we need at least 20% family engagement in this survey. And we only have about 2 weeks remaining. The window for 5 Essentials closes on March 13th, so time is getting short. Here are some of our current numbers. Our preschool, our early learning center has already hit the 20% mark. Hannum Elementary School has already hit the 20% mark, as well as Sword. Covington and Hometown are very close, so we need more support there, and Comar School and Oaklawn Hometown Middle School need a boost too. So if you're a family member or a parent out there with a child at any of our schools, please go to our website, go to the 5 Essential Survey. It takes less than 5 minutes, but the information we garner from that is powerful, and it is also aligned to that strategic plan. The metrics that we look at annually are aligned to the outcomes of not just math and reading tests, but also to the 5 Essential Survey data. Our system is aligned. So the feedback you're giving us is how we measure our success on the strategic plan. So if you haven't yet done so, please log on to the 5 Essential Survey and spend a few minutes giving us some honest feedback so we can make our school district even better tomorrow. Speaking of being better, we just recently, and in today's Friday Final publication that our entire school community will get in a couple of hours, we're launching our next edition of our February flipbook. We started the digital flipbook process this past fall by basically creating a digital archive of the things that are happening here in District 123. Our intent is to put out an edition of the flipbook twice a year, once as we start the school year, once kind of at the midway point, usually about February each year. That flipbook is going out in the Friday Final today. So as you see it, this is a sneak peek at the cover. The flipbook for the winter session is going to highlight the great work and the stories that are happening at every one of our schools. And we look forward to our community taking a look at that flipbook design. I want to remind everyone that tomorrow at Oaklawn Hometown Middle School from 9:30 to 1 p.m., we're hosting a winter fun fair for our entire school community. Stop by. You don't have to be there the whole time. You can make it part of your morning or afternoon, but there will be games. There will be jumpy houses. We have a magician coming, face painting for all of our students, and a no-cost pancake breakfast that's provided by our food service provider, Whitson's. So come to the middle school tomorrow from 9:30 to 1. Take advantage of a fun day to connect. Our entire Board of Education, our administrative team will be there to answer questions that parents or families or community members may have. It's one way that we not only bring the community together and unite ourselves around some fun, but we also have district leadership there to answer questions that might come from the community relative to what we're doing now in District 123 or even in the direction we're headed in District 123. So we have a dual purpose. The dual purpose of the fun fair is to have some fun with our kids and our families, but to also make sure that we're using this as a direct outreach opportunity to answer any questions that our families or our community may have about our school system. So we hope to see you there tomorrow. Again, Oaklawn Hometown Middle School, doors open at 9:30. The fun fair will go on to 1. If you have some time tomorrow morning, feel free to stop by. We hope that you could attend. That being said, I just want to walk through some calendar items because the calendar gets a little bit sketchy in the month of March with a lot of days off, and I want to make sure everyone's clear on that. Again, don't forget, tomorrow, fun fair at the middle school. This coming Wednesday, March 4th, is our March late start. So school will start 1 hour later, Wednesday, March 4th. We have no school due to a voting day, an election day on March 17th. It's kind of a unusual no school day, but that has to do with our buildings being used as polling places. Staff will be engaged in an institute day that day. That's one of the days we use for a staff wellness day, and we have a number of activities set up for our staff on Tuesday, March 17th. On Friday, March 20th, there's no school, and that leads us into a full spring break week from March 23rd through March 27th. And then as we move into April, we have no school on Friday, April 3rd and Monday, April 6th. After that, the rest of April, the rest of May, we're putting the throttle down, and we're going to have regular school pretty much in play for the remainder of the school year. But the month of March gets a little bit of choppy, so please pay attention to the upcoming calendars moving forward. Speaking of calendars, I do want to announce that our Board of Education approved the 2026-2027 academic calendar during their business meeting last Monday, during the February meeting. That calendar is now open on our website. So if you want to take a look at the calendar for next year, that's all publicly made available to our community now on our website. And that is a board-approved calendar for next school year that's recently promoted. That being said, that kind of wraps up the topics I have today. And I want to see if we have any questions that might come from our community. I'm being told no questions on our live feed today, and that's fine, because in District 123, our door is always open to our community. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to call us, email us, or come into any of our schools or our offices. We certainly want to hear those things and provide everyone accurate information relative to School District 123. That being said, that's going to wrap up our community update for February 27th. I want to thank those who watched live, and I encourage everyone, if you get a chance to come out to the middle school tomorrow, we hope to see you at the District Fun Fair. And that being said, my name is Paul Underley, and